Namaste everyone. Namaste dear students. Welcome back to third day. We'll start the session with a recap. The things what we were discussing in last 2 days. We started the session with an introduction, welcoming all the students, and we introduced the faculty members were introducing, the resource person were introducing them to you, and we also heard the introduction from you. That was there in the first session. And then we discussed about exploring our aspirations and concerns. Actually, through this session, we thought of proposing you the need of UHV, how UHV can address your concerns, how UHV proposals will help you in addressing your concerns and also reaching your basic aspiration. Usually, when we do something, we are doing the present effort, you are studying, you want to become something, and you will be expecting something out of it, and ultimately you want to be happy. That's what we do, we think always. But what is there in the present moment? If I'm happy in the present moment, I'll be able to do the things in a better way, I'll be having more clarity about the things. So that's what we are saying, that basic aspiration of every human being is happiness and prosperity in continuity. We want to be happy all the time. So the program for fulfilling basic aspiration and understanding of our basic aspiration, and we are getting a focus for making the effort for achieving this basic aspiration, so that we will be able to plan the steps with clarity and we will be able to achieve our basic aspiration. This is what we are proposing through, we are focusing through the UHV proposals. Actually, this is what the UHV course, this way the UHV proposals will help you in addressing your concerns and achieving your aspirations. If there are, if you think that this is the only way to be happy, actually we need to say the multiple ways are there. If one way is closed, we can always pick another way. We'll get the clarity only if we are able to see this happiness in whatever we are doing. This is what we discussed in the second session. And then we discussed about the program for fulfilling this basic aspiration. There we were talking about these three things: right understanding in the self as the first priority, relationship with other human beings as the second priority, and physical facility with rest of the nature as third priority. So the program for fulfilling basic aspiration is, if I'm able to see right understanding in the self, if I'm able to ensure the right feelings in me, I will be able to share it with others. When I am interacting with other human beings, I'll be able to share the right feelings, and so that it can lead to mutual happiness. The same way, through right understanding, I will be able to choose the required physical facilities for my life, and I'll be able to choose the skills for acquiring this physical facilities. When I am working with rest of the nature, it will lead to mutual prosperity. So understanding harmony and living in harmony in all four levels. Understanding harmony we'll do through value education, and for living in harmony we need to have that right understanding to select the right skills. So the education, it is value based and value based skill education. At present, what we are doing, we all are just looking for just physical facility accumulation. You think about yourself. Are we focusing only on physical facility for accumulating the things? That way you will be only having deprived of many things. You are not able to see the relationship. If you are not focusing on right understanding, it will be when we are interacting with others, there will be only unhappiness. We also try to make the others unhappy. And focusing only on physical facility, that means every time we feel this deprived, exploiting the nature, that is inhuman consciousness. But what is the desirable state? If I want to be happy and prosperous all the time, I need to have this right understanding, relationship, physical facility in the priority order. Then it will lead to continuity of happiness and prosperity. Do we need this transformation from this inhuman consciousness to human consciousness? Can I get some responses through the chat box? What do you think about this? Are we ready to make the effort for this? So what do you think about current education system? Are we able to get the support from the current education system to help us in making this transformation? I'm getting many responses. Yes. Nice. So we had the discussion on this transformation through education. This we had yesterday. We all want to have this transformation from inhuman consciousness to human consciousness. Then yesterday we started the discussion, the first session. It was programmed for fulfilling the basic aspiration. How to fulfill this basic aspiration? What is the process? What is the process to achieve right understanding? Process of self-exploration. This also we discussed yesterday. Through this workshop, actually, we are placing the proposals before you. Whatever we are discussing here, you don't need to believe it. It's only in the form of proposals. So the step 1, you can verify the proposals on the basis of your natural acceptance. We also discussed about natural acceptance. Natural acceptance is an innate faculty within us. It is irrespective of time, gender, place. It is same for all of us. Like if I ask the question, do you want to be happy? Do you want to be prosperous? Do you want to be in relationship? All of you will be having the same question. That is natural acceptance. It is different from acceptance. Acceptance is different for different people. I may be saying that I want to drink tea. Someone else may be saying that they want to drink coffee. So acceptance is different. Natural acceptance is same for everyone. So whatever proposal we are discussing here, you need to verify on the basis of natural acceptance. After verification, if you are able to see that this proposal I can take, it is in line with my natural acceptance, then you can go to step 2, experientially validating the proposals. When I am interacting with other human beings, if I am taking this proposal, whether it is leading to mutual happiness, when I am working with rest of the nature, whether it is leading to mutual prosperity. This way I can take the proposal to my right understanding. So we're asking you the question also, what do you think about this, which is naturally acceptable to you? Already we were discussing about do's and don'ts, but this is in the form of a proposal. So what do you think about this? Is it naturally acceptable to you? Something in the form of a proposal or something in the form of do's and don'ts. Then yesterday we also discussed about, yeah. So if you are excitement and happiness differences, depression, this discussion we were able to listen in the previous session also, in the informal sharing session. We may be sometimes in excitement. It's a short-term happiness when we are indulged with many external activities like watching movies, continuously playing video games, whole night partying with the friends. And sometimes we are in excitement in such cases, but we may go into depression when you see that we are not able to get enough pleasure out of it. We are not getting attention from others, appreciation from others. Sometimes going up with excitement and sometimes moving down with depression. So in that case, some of you may be choosing some escapes, some activities like overeating, oversleeping, addiction, smoking, alcohol, drugs. We can see all these type of things around us. Do we need a transformation? If it is your present state, do we need a transformation to the desired state, continuity of happiness? Are we able to see this transformation? Is it desirable for us? We can think about that. Then we discussed the proposal related to prosperity. Prosperity, usually we think that it's a feeling, it is something related with wealth. But the proposal here is it's a feeling of having or producing more than required physical facility. We need physical facility for our living. But if you are having more physical facility, if you have the feeling that I have more than enough, I will be able to share it with others. So a prosperous person think of right utilization, nurturing the other. If I have the feeling I'm more than enough, but on the other hand, if I have a feeling of deprived, I'm not having enough, what I'll be doing? I will be accumulating the things, I will be exploiting the things. So the proposal on prosperity also we discussed. Then we discussed about our concerns in the individual level. So there we discussed about fulfillment of aspiration at the individual level, the proposal related to human being. Human being is a coexistence of two realities, self and body. Self is there, body is there. And we discussed about the need of the self and need of the body. Are you able to see that need of the self and need of the body are different? What do you think about this? Is it same or different? You can respond through the chat box. Need of the body is physical facility. We need food, we need clothing, we need shelter. Can I get some responses in the chat box? Need of the self is, I want to be happy, I want to be respected. Need of the self is qualitative. And we can fulfill the need of the self through right understanding and right feeling. But need of the body through physiochemical things. So what we need to do, we have to understand both the needs separately and we need to fulfill both the needs separately. But what is the present situation? When we are mixing up these two, we are in trouble. If we are not able to differentiate the need of the body and need of the self, we will be in trouble. And we also discussed about this. If we consider only as a body, we think only about the need of the body and we try to accumulate the physical facilities. And we are trying to get the need of the self out of it. When I accumulate more and more physical facility, I think that I may get respect. When I am more rich, I'll be getting respect, I'll be getting attention. So I will try to accumulate more and more physical facility. But every time I'll be having a feeling of deprivation. It is not enough. I'm not able to get the continuity of feelings out of it. So I will be accumulating more and more things. I'll be getting into this loop. Are you able to see that? Are we caught up in this loop? We were asking you this question yesterday. And also we discussed about harmony in the self. Self is there, body is there. If we are able to see the imagination, it is happening within us. Every time this imagination is happening within us. Are we able to see this? There is a dialogue happening within you all the time, each one of us. So it's a dialogue, what I want to be and what is my current state, what I am. So the dialogue is happening about this, what I really want to be, that is my intention, and what is my current state, that's my competence. If this dialogue is guided by natural acceptance, I will be in harmony. There won't be any contradiction in my imagination. But on the other hand, what I want to be is really different from my current state. I will be in trouble. So that is what we are looking for. We want to be in harmony all the time. We want to fulfill our basic aspiration. We'll continue with our discussion today also. Any sharing? Any of you want to say anything? I think the time I have exceeded also.
Okay, so it was a very nice recap from Deepa Didi about the last 4 sessions that we had. And right now, are we ready to move on with today's session? That is the session one of day 3, where we are going to see about the resolution of concerns at the individual level. So we have been working on this. We have been trying to find out what is our basic aspirations, and we are also trying to work on what is the concerns that we have. So to start with the program for fulfillment of our basic aspirations, so let us try to find out what is this UHV platform gives us in overcoming the concerns at the individual level, like developing the self-confidence, overcoming the peer pressure and everything. So like I hope you would have reflected during the informal session about your key takeaways, and this is just the home assignment that you would have been done yesterday, like seeing whether you are able to check the 2 types of needs with respect to the self body, and looking at your aspirations, trying to classify it based on these 2 realities, and whether you are able to check the inherent faculty that is present in you, all those things. I hope it would have been done. And now we can start with this session. And before going on to the session, if anyone would like to reflect on your key takeaways, you are welcome to do so. You may raise your hand and you can give the reflection. Or you can also respond in the chat. If not, shall we proceed with this content for today? Can I get some responses in the chat? Yes. So thank you. So we'll move towards the today's session. So in the previous session, what we have discussed is what has been given as a recap from Deepa Didi, like the human being is the coexistence of self and body. And we were looking at the activities of the self, where we have seen this imagination. We have also seen what is that innate faculty that is present in me. And with that, in this lecture, we will try to explore on what can be the sources of my imagination. And we will also look into our concerns. What are the concerns? So these are some of the concerns which are given out here: the peer pressure, overthinking, procrastination, addiction, and the list goes on, right? So we will also look into how is that my imagination is related with this concern, and what is that I have to do at the level of my own self so that I'll be able to overcome or resolve the concern. Resolve the concern in the sense it's not resolving into, I mean, having the solution for the bits and pieces of the concern that we have, but how is that we'll be able to have a holistic solution for all the concerns that we have. So we'll look into that. So recalling again the activities of the cell. So this is what we discussed. We have this imagination going on us, and also we have this natural acceptance, which is the innate faculty in me. So when I look into my natural acceptance, I can have certain examples. Like my innate faculty says that I want to be happy and prosperous all the time, continuously, which is nothing but my basic human aspiration. And to have a healthy body is also naturally acceptable. To have the feeling of relationship is also naturally acceptable. We can check for ourselves. Do we have this which is naturally acceptable for us? You can respond in the chat. Or anything else do we have which is naturally acceptable? What is naturally acceptable to you to have a feeling of relationship or opposition? Can I get some responses? So if we look into this, we can see that this natural acceptance is innate in us, and every one of us are able to get the same answers. And with that, I can also see that there is imagination which is going on in me. Like these are some of the examples. I expect to be respected. I think I am special. I desire to be a billionaire. I feel like taking revenge. And this imagination goes on continuously in us. And yesterday, when Jagadish Bhaiya was mentioning about this imagination, can we see that we are not expressing all the imagination outside? This imagination which is going on in us seems to be continuous, whereas we express some of those in terms of our behavior as well as the work. And that is happening with the help of my body. So, with this, when I go into the activities of the self a little bit in detail, so this imagination is happening in every one of us continuously. Can you see that you have this imagination which is going on in you every moment? And there's a poll here. Yes. So when we have this poll, if somebody wants to reflect over this, you are welcome to do so. Anyone wants to reflect about this imagination which is going on in you? Yeah, Raghav. Yes, you can unmute yourself, Raghav.
Hello, Jai Hind, ma'am.
Yes, Raghav, please proceed.
Ma'am, I want to know the meaning of imagination. That matlab abhi I have a this clear idea of imagination, and I am not able to connect between self and imagination. Ma'am, please clear that idea.
You want to know about what is this imagination?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, uh, you are asking me a question, and can you see there is something which is going on in you?
Yes, ma'am. My inner voice is imagining something which I want.
Okay. So something which is going on in you, something which is happening at yourself, that is imagination. Maybe we will look in detail as what is this imagination. I hope that may give you a clear idea of what is meant by this. So, can you wait for a couple of minutes so that we will unfold the uh, details of this imagination?
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
So, I think the poll has, we have done with this poll. And Deepaji? Yeah.
Yes, Siddhi.
Yeah, thank you. So I can say that about 94% of people are able to see that this imagination is continuous. And remaining 4% says that no, and remaining 2% says can't say. We will keep it open. We will keep it open for ourselves, and then we will find out what's happening. So as Raghav was asking about this imagination. This imagination is the activity of the self which is happening in me. And when I go in detail about this imagination, I can see that the activity of desire, the activity of thought and expectation, which is going on in me, together comes under this imagination. So, what does it mean? Basically, if I take up an example to explain this. So, how many of you or how many of us have the desire to get, say, a mobile? How many of you have got the desire to get a mobile? Can you respond in the chat? Okay, I'm getting responses. Rudrani ji says that, Komal says yes. So if I have this desire to get a mobile, then what do you think? Will you be having the thoughts about the mobile? Will you be analyzing like how the mobile should be? Does it happens? does it happens in you when I have certain desire for something, then I have this activity of analyzing it, how it should be, what should be the features, uh, a comparison of how this mobile will be when compared to the other. Does it happens? And with that analysis, are you doing this selection of your mobile? Are you able to see this? So I have a desire towards something where this desire says what I want, and then I go on with this activity of analyzing, like when I want to get a mobile, how it should be. So I am doing this activity of analyzing in the form of thoughts, and then I have this expectation of having the mobile from outside world. So all these three things put together forms the imagination. Raghav, are you able to get this? What does this imagination means? Yes, Raghav. Imagination is the activities that is happening in the self. That's what we are discussing. We are discussing about what is the activities in the self, and we mean to say that this imagination is an activity which is happening in the self. So I hope you get a basic idea of what is imagination. Whatever is going on in me, whatever desire I have in me, whatever thoughts that are going on in me, whatever expectation I have out of this desire and thought from the outside world, it contributes to what is termed as the imagination. And with this imagination, I try to have my behavior outside. So, yeah, this is all about the imagination. But when I want to look into what is the sources of the imagination, maybe I would request Deepa Didi to continue with the sources of imagination.
Yes,
Deepa
Siddhi.
Didi, over to you.
Nice. Nice, Siddhi. Thank you. So it was a very nice explanation regarding the activities of the self. Sridarshini Didi was mentioning about the activities of the self. So nice that you are able to see that. Now we'll think about the sources of imagination. All of us are able to see that imagination is there. It is happening continuously within us. Is it true for all of us? We are able to see that. We have seen the poll result also. Now we'll check about the sources of imagination. Just now Sridarshini Didi was mentioning about the example of mobile. So let me ask you some question. If you want to buy a mobile, all of you may be having a mobile. If you want to buy a mobile, what is the purpose of buying this mobile? You can think about that. If you are having a mobile and you are able to use it now, the mobile is serving the purpose. I need to communicate to my friends. I can attend online classes, and the present needs are fulfilled by with this mobile. But if I am seeing one mobile in my friend is using, it's a very expensive mobile. All my friends are having iPhone. So I also want to have one iPhone. Sometimes we may be thinking about that. Are you able to connect it? I'm going to buy a new mobile because, Didi, maybe you can put the slide forward. So if you are thinking like this, actually you are having a mobile, but based on many preconditions. The source of imagine, we can say that it is based on preconditioning. I have a mobile, it is serving the purpose, but I do want to buy a new mobile because all my friends are having iPhones. If I'm not using iPhone, they may think that I'm not able to buy it. I won't get appreciation from others. So I want to get appreciation from everyone. I want to get respect from everyone. I'm seeking many other feelings from someone by using some expensive gadgets like mobiles. So that is based on preconditioning. Are you able to see that? Can I get some responses? And also you can think about this. My friend, she has a new mobile. It is having many good features. My mobile is not having such things. Very nice color and the picture quality is very good. Many new features are there. I am getting fascinated by all those things. That case, I am, my desire is based on, my imagination is based on sensation. The information I am gathering through my sense organs. On seeing the mobile, on getting fascinated by the features of the mobile. If I'm a techno savvy person, I may be looking on new technology, that also through sensation. So there also I can see that the source of imagination is based on sensation. But if I want to buy a new mobile, actually the present mobile is not working properly. I am not able to charge it. Every time I need to charge it. The charging is not long lasting. I have to charge it all the time. I am not able to attend the classes properly. That case, I may be looking for a new mobile. That case, it is based on my natural acceptance. The purpose, I need this object to make right utilization of the body. I want to communicate the things to others. I want to attend the things with others. I want to attend the classes. I want to attend the workshops. For that, I need a mobile. My old mobile, it was a Nokia mobile. I was not able to get any WhatsApp, I was not able to attend the Google Meet, Zoom Meet. So I need a new mobile. That case, you are using it for, you can think about the purpose. So then we can say that it is based on natural acceptance. Hope you are able to get the difference. You can take also another example, maybe regarding buying a new dress. Maybe there is a party, your birthday party of one of your friend. Everyone is wearing expensive clothes, fashionable clothes. So you want to buy you are having a feeling that if I am not wearing a similar kind of dress, what others will be thinking about me. So all my friends are wearing a particular kind of dress. So I also want to buy a new one. I need to get appreciation from others. That means I have the preconditions. So accordingly, my imagination, my desire is to buy a new dress. So based on this, I'll be having many thoughts and I have expectations also. So based on preconditions, the source of imagination in this case can be considered as precondition. You are having a poll also here, and we take the same example. If you are very much attracted by a particular type of dress and you want to buy that, one of your friend was wearing that dress, you like the color, you like the pattern, you like the fashion, based on your sense organs, the information you are getting, accordingly you are getting some imagination. That case you can consider it as based on sensation. Natural acceptance, if I'm really in need of a new dress, I'm not having enough clothes to wear, you can think about that. Dress, clothes are for protecting our body. I can see one hand raised. Kishan Kumar, you have the mic with you. Kishan, you can unmute and speak. And if you want to say anything, reflect upon, mic can be provided. Any questions related to precondition, sensei? Yes, Kishan.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So what do you think about the sources of imagination? Like the example what we are discussing here. Any reflections from your side? Okay, Kishan. We have Shiv also with us. Shiv Chauhan. Shiv Chauhan, you have the mic. Yes, Shiv. Yeah, you can unmute and speak. Shiv Chauhan. And if you want to reflect upon this, also you can give your reflections through the chat box. Any comments? Any reflections? Or you can take your own example based on Yeah, we have Rahul also with us, Rahul Tyagi. Rahul, yeah. Mic is unmuted. Raghav is also there. Raghav, you can unmute.
Jai Hind, ma'am.
Yes, Raghav.
Ma'am, my reflection is that till now I have get a clear content like imagination is something which is the act of self, and pre-conditioning is something like sanskar or manyata that we have gained by right understanding or right parenting, we can say, and sensation are something that are made or acquired by our temptations. Like
Mhm.
what we are like, we have to eat something like gulab jamun, then it's a sensation, and sensation brings us the temporary happiness or excitement. So imagination can be reframed with the right understanding and by self introspection, as per I have understand.
Nice. Nice, Raghav. What you're saying is right. If you want to eat gulab jamun, every time whenever we are feeling hungry, we are not going for gulab jamun. But based on sensation, you may be having a feeling to go and eat gulab jamun. Okay.
Hello.
And yeah,
हाँ
Raghav,
भैया
Shiv, one moment, you just wait. Raghav, are you able to hear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Yeah, what you're saying, based on right understanding, you know the purpose. That's based on your natural acceptance. Accordingly, if you are having a decision, means you will be
हाँ
self-organized. We'll come to
बोलिए
that. Okay, Raghav.
Yes,
म्यूट है
ma'am.
भाई
Yeah, we can give the mic to Ram Babu also. Ram, I'm not able to give the mic actually. Ram Babu, I don't know. I'm not able to. Yeah, you can write it through chat box also. I'm not able to give you the mic. I can see the chat box. Sensation, preconditioning, natural acceptance are causes of imagination. Yeah, it's not the cause. It's, yeah, the same thing, source of imagination. Accordingly, yeah, Ram, you have the mic with you. You can unmute and reflect upon this. Ram Babu. Yeah, we have the results of this poll also. Can you see that precondition, sensation, and natural acceptance are the source of your imagination? 93% of you are able to see that. Very nice. And 6% saying no. Yeah, but most of you are able to see that the sources of imagination are precondition, sensation, and natural acceptance. We can move forward. Yeah, if you are taking a decision, if your imagination is based on preconditioning, what will happen? Every time you just think about the mobile, I want to buy a new mobile because all my friends are using iPhone, so I also want to buy a new one. I want to get appreciation from others by using these expensive gadgets. When I want to buy an expensive car because I'll only get appreciation if I'm using these things, physical facilities. So if your decisions are based on such preconditioning, are you able to see that you are under enslavement? Every time I will be changing my decision. Every time I will be stressed. Yes, Shiv, you can speak. You have the mic and you are also unmuted.
हेलो मैम
Yes, Shiv Chauhan.
मैम व्हाट इज डिफरेंस बिटवीन इमेजिनेशन
Difference between
मैम डिफरेंस बिटवीन इमेजिनेशन एंड फैंटास्टी
imagination and fantasy, you may see.
यस मैम
Yeah. Yeah, just think about what is, you asked me a question.
या
Yeah, you were thinking about this question and then you asked me about this. Okay. So that thought process is happening within you. That is imagination. But if you are continuously thinking, you think about something, maybe if you want to write a story, you will be thinking about something. We can see story writers, poem writers, they will be writing something based on some imagination. So that's a different kind of imagination. We can
Yes.
connect it with fantasy. But this thing, whatever we are discussing here, it is based on the continuous activity happening within us. Are you able to see such activity within you, Shiv?
No,
Chauhan?
ma'am.
You're
Yes,
not
ma'am.
able to see that. You were asking me the question, you thought about that, and then you asked me the question. Now also you are listening to this class. The same moment, many thoughts are happening within you. Are you able to observe it? I may be listening, I may be attending a class. All the time, are you attending the class with 100% attention?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, then also in between you will be asking some questions to the teacher, or you will be asking something to your friend. So how you will be able to ask this question? You have some thoughts within you, and accordingly you will be phrasing the question and you will be asking the question. You will be deciding. Are you able to see this?
Yes, ma'am.
This process is happening all the time within us. You just observe yourself. Shiv. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, Shiv. We have one more hand raised. Chotu is also with us. Chotu. Chotu Kushwaha. You want to ask something? Chotu? Yeah, anyway, we'll continue with the discussion. If our imagination is based on preconditioning, we may be getting enslaved. We'll be changing every time, we'll be changing the decision. I'll tell you one story related to me. Once I was visiting one of my friend, and one
Hello,
of my
ma'am.
yes, Chotu, you want to say something? Hello, are you able to, am I able to reach you? You can unmute. Yeah, maybe by mistake. Yeah, you just, I'll tell you one one of my friend, she was visiting my house, and then the next day she was calling me and asking that, oh, when I came to your house, I was able to see the changes you made in your house. So I also want to change the furniture in my house. So where can I get the number of the person who was doing this interior decoration and all? Then I had given her number. Then later she called me, one after 2 weeks I called her, and she was talking with me and she was saying that, oh, I changed my decision because when I visited my other friend, I was able to see a better one. Accordingly, I was changing it. So you see this, if we want to take a decision, if it is on the basis of natural acceptance, we will be self-organized. We can think about the purpose, why I'm going to change it. When I want to buy a new dress, when I want to buy a new mobile, we can always think about this. What is the purpose? If it is on the basis of preconditioning, if you are expecting some, uh, yeah, okay, Ra. If you are expecting some appreciation from others, some feelings from others, some kind of preconditioning will lead to enslavement. If certain preconditioning, it can be on the basis of natural acceptance. If you know the reality, then it can be on the basis of natural acceptance. Then your imagination can be self-organized. Same thing will happen with sensation. If you are taking a decision on the basis of sensation, that also will lead to enslavement. We'll take one example for preconditioning related with food. You can respond through the chat box. Why we are taking food, you think about the purpose. If you are taking food for health, you just answer through the chat box. You'll be having an imagination whenever you are hungry. Yeah, food for health. So you'll be having an imagination. I am hungry, so I need to take food. So what about the source of imagination? Is it based on your natural acceptance? Is it based on your preconditioning? Is it based on sensation? We're discussing about these three. If you think natural acceptance, you can write N. If you think preconditioning, you write P. If you write sensation, you write S. Food for health. I want to be healthy. Is it your natural acceptance or preconditioning? I'm not going to change the decision every time I want to be healthy. Natural acceptance. Natural acceptance, I can see. But if you are taking food for taste, I'm eating food for taste. I'm dependent on taste. I'm enslaved on taste. It is based on my sensation. Sometimes I'll be eating some junk food when I'm with a group of friends. I'm not actually, I don't like that particular food, but everyone is taking that junk food. So I also want to take that food for showing off. What will be the source in that case? Not based on sensation, not based on natural acceptance, based on preconditioning. Are you able to see that? When we are taking the decisions on the basis of sensation and preconditioning, what will be our feeling? When I am taking a decision on the basis of natural acceptance, every time it will be same. It won't be changing. I will feel comfortable. Are you able to see that? Yeah, the same example. Mobile for communication, knowledge. I want to attend classes. I want to communicate it with my relatives. The purpose of the mobile, the mobile what I am having is able to fulfill all these purposes. So I don't want to buy a new mobile, or I can buy a mobile for fulfilling this purpose. So I am taking a decision based on natural acceptance. But mobile for entertainment, I'm thinking about all the music, video, and all of the things whatever I'm getting from this. I'm fascinated by the features. That case, it is a sensation. When mobile is for status, I have to buy this particular mobile because all my friends are using this. How can I use an old Nokia phone or a Samsung, ordinary Samsung phone? I won't. What my friends will be thinking about me. I'm expecting feelings, appreciation from others. So that case, it is preconditioning. Any questions? Any reflections? Yeah, let us think about, yes, Didi, we'll move forward. So let us think about the enslavement of preconditioning and sensation, and we can connect it with your concerns. We may be having this preconditioning. Money is everything. Only rich people will get acceptance, respect. Success is getting ahead of others. I need to get appreciation from others. Speaking in a particular language fetches respect. My friend is able to speak very good language, very good English. So everyone is respecting her. Freedom is using foul language. Maybe in the campus, we can see that many students, the way of talking is different. So we may be having a preconditioning like this. Exclusive clothes need to be the center of attraction, like the party wear. I need to buy an expensive cloth. Show off is needed to survive in the society. If I'm having an expensive cloth, expensive gadgets, then only everyone will respect me. I will be able to survive in the society. Latest gadgets are status symbols. If I don't do like others, I will be isolated. I will be left behind. You have to be selfish to survive. No one is trustworthy. Are you able to see that all these, we all have this preconditions and sensation? We can list it down. The list can become too long. So what is the outcome? If I'm having all these preconditions, I will be in tension. I will be in peer pressure, anger, If I'm not having an expensive cloth, what I was thinking to buy, my parents were not able to buy it for me, I'll get angry. I won't be able to spend time with my family. Lack of confidence. I'm only having this dress. Everyone is wearing expensive, fashionable dress. It can bring a lack of confidence in me. Social anxiety. You just see all these are concerns written mentioned by you in the very first session. Are you able to see that? What can be the reason? In our imagination, if sources of imagination are guided by preconditions and sensation like this will be the outcome. Are you able to see this? We can think about our own concern. So you can do this exercise. Yeah, this is an exercise for you. You just, from your list of concerns, I think all of you have listed out your concern after the first day. You just pick one concern. Find out the preconditioning or sensation that is underlying in that concern. It is very easy. We have written down many concerns: anger management, time management, I'm unhealthy. You are having many concerns. You just pick out one concern and find out the preconditioning or sensation behind that concern. Then find out what is naturally acceptable to you. So you can make a table. First column, you can write about your concern. Second column, you write precondition, sensation, natural acceptance. If you are able to see the precondition, write it down. If you are able to see the sensation, write it down. Then you can correct it. You try to think about the natural acceptance. You can explore this and it will provide a solution to your concern also. Are you able to see this? You can work for yourself if you have the right understanding in line with your natural acceptance. If you have your imagination in line with your natural acceptance, you will be able to work for this. Let us take a common example. Yeah, one concern is peer pressure. So what are the underlying preconditions? Because many of you are mentioning about this peer pressure. I will be accepted by peers only if you just think about your campus. Many of you are seeking acceptance from your peer groups through many different methodologies you are adopting. Let us check them one by one. Use foul language. You see, many of you, maybe in the campus, you are aware, wear fashionable clothes. We just discussed now. Eat and drink like them. I actually don't like this food, but I need to drink, I need to eat such food. Be extravagant. It is essential to keep up to their standard. Are we able to see that? So let us think about ourselves and check, by living according to this precondition, is it definite that you will be happy? If I am continuously talking foul language, if I am continuously looking for buying expensive gadgets, whether I'll be able to remain happy or I'll be under. Yeah, we have a poll also here. By living according to this precondition, is it definite that you will be happy? And can it ensure the continuity of happiness? You can raise your hand. You have any, comments? Two questions. Actually, those two things are written here. And if you want to reflect upon this, you can raise your hand. Regarding this, you can think about your own experience. Imagination is happening all the time. Sources of imagination based on preconditions, sensation, natural acceptance. So we also have seen the outcome also. If our imagination is based on preconditions and sensation, that can be the reason for many of the concerns. And here actually we are discussing about peer pressure. Yeah, maybe Sridarshini Didi, you want to say something related to this?
Yeah, Didi, I would like to comment on if this is the case, like my preconditioning and sensation are going to, um, I mean, I can't ensure the continuity of happiness. So what next? If I want to ensure this continuity of happiness, so what is that I have to do?
Yes. Yes, we can continue with that discussion.
Yes.
Didi, we have
So
one hand raise also here. Raghav want to say, let us listen to Raghav also.
yes, Didi, yes.
Yes, Raghav, you have the mic.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I am taking the example of mine only as I need the guidance. Ma'am, that I am a second year EC student and I want to do the embedded system. I want to learn it like Python programming and embedded system. So, ma'am, it's the sensation or it's the preconditioning. As it's a imagination, I'm thinking about it that I want to do this or that. So, is it a preconditioning that I wanted to do embedded system, or is it the sensation? Is it a right understanding that I clearly get? But these two differences I am confusing in between.
Yeah, you just think about the purpose, Raghav. Why I want to do that? What is the
Uh,
purpose?
to be happy and prosperous at the end.
If you are really seeking knowledge out of it, or you are expecting any high paying job, that's a different thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can actually think about the purpose and you can decide whether it is based on precondition. You have seen that one of my senior, she was doing this course and she was able to get a higher paying job. Then it can be on the basis of,
Preconditioning.
yes, it's a precondition. He may have may got a higher paying job, but it cannot be true for someone else.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
accordingly, if you are able to see the purpose, you will be able to differentiate it. Okay, Raghav.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, nice. Sridarshini Didi, you can continue with the discussion.
Yeah. So what is the resolution I can have for all the concerns regarding the peer pressure? Yes, the whole results are here. You can see that people are able to see that they will be, I mean, they will be able to have this definite happiness when they go on with their preconditioning. Maybe we can keep it open also because I can check for myself whether that will lead to indefinite happiness. Indefinite happiness in the sense like I need to have it, the basic aspiration that I have, continuity of happiness. With this preconditioning, can I be in a state of continuity of happiness? We can keep it open and check for ourselves. But when I go on with this resolution of my concern, like especially the peer pressure, which we have taken now, we can say that paying attention to the natural acceptance of mind, what is naturally acceptable, and developing the right understanding. This is what we discussed. What is the priority that I should be having when I want to go on with the program to fulfill my aspiration? So, with the developing the right understanding about the human being, that I am the coexistence of self and body, and the other is also. So, with that, when I look into the concern that I have, like peer pressure, then I may be able to have this right understanding about the relationship, and thus it may lead to the right feelings. So, what we say, when I have so much of concerns which are arising out of this preconditioning and sensation, which are the main sources of my imagination, am I able to see that by developing this right understanding, then I'll be able to come out of it. So all the concerns that I have right at this moment, maybe we'll be able to resolve it with the help of the right understanding. Are you able to see this? Are you able to see that this can be a resolution for the concern that I have? And we'll be discussing about it. We'll be discussing in detail about the relationship as we go on with the sessions. So with this, what I can see now is when I talk about the harmony in the self, when I have these three sources as the sources of my imagination, the preconditioning, sensation, and the natural acceptance. So this is my current state. This is what I am right now. I'm being guided. My imagination is being guided by preconditioning and sensation most of the time. And a few times I'm able to see that I'm guided by the natural acceptance. But this is what I really want to be. This is a state of harmony in which I can be. And this is what my current state is. So there is a contradiction what I really want to be and what I am right now. So this is what is the partial harmony that we have in the self. At times we are in a state of harmony, at times we are not, and it goes on. Any reflections on this? Are we able to see that my current state is something which is given out here? Anyone want to share about this? So with this, if I want to go on with the complete harmony in the self, I want to be happy every moment. So how it can be achieved? So when I'm able to see that my complete imagination is guided by the right understanding, that is the natural acceptance, when the source of my imagination is the natural acceptance, then what I really want to be becomes what I am right now. I'll be able to see the intention and I'll be able to live according to it. So that's what we said. When I want to buy a mobile, and if I want to buy a mobile because that I'm not able to have the recent technology that can be used to gain the knowledge, then it's based on my natural acceptance, and I have this harmony within. I have this happiness within. Yes. So this is what the happiness is, to be in a state of harmony, and I can ensure that the complete harmony in myself when the content of imagination is guided by the natural acceptance. So with this is just to differentiate how it is going to be my partial harmony, my complete harmony. So when I say that uh, my harmony is partial, which means I go to this level of excitation at times, then I move on to depression, and this continuously happens. And thus, my imagination is being disorganized. I get into this enslavement. But when I'm able to ensure this complete harmony in myself, that is, my imagination fully guided by the natural acceptance, then my imagination will be organized. I'll be able to have the continuity of happiness for every moment. So I'll be stable with it. That's what we state to be the happiness, a state of harmony within. And to sum up, like we have seen that imagination may have these three kind of sources. That is, the sources of the imagination can be motivated by the preconditioning, sensation, or natural acceptance. And when my imagination is fully guided by the natural acceptance, then I can see that I'm in a state of harmony, a continuity of happiness. But when the imagination is coming from the other two sources like preconditioning and sensation, and I may go to an elevated state as well as to a depressed state, depending on the source. And I may be at a state of happiness, and the next moment, see, for example, as Didi mentioned out, when I have a very beautiful dress I'm wearing, and one of my friends says, wow, it looks very beautiful on you, then I will be going to a state of elevation. And if after a few minutes, one more fun friend comes and says, it's very good for you, but you should have chosen a different color, then what will happen to my state? I get back to a state of unhappiness. So this happens when my imagination is guided by the preconditioning or sensations. And also, we can see that our self is being largely dictated by external influences like the preconditioning and sensation, and which makes us to be enslaved. And when we go into this enslavement, then the conduct is indefinite. When someone says, I'm beautiful, I'll be responding very nicely. When someone says, I should have chosen a different color, then I may respond in an indefinite way. That will be different. So, what is the solution? What is the resolution that we can have? By making the effort for right understanding, I will be able to ensure this right feeling within so that I'll be free from enslavement and I'll be self organized. My imagination will be self-organized, and therefore I'll be in the continuous state of happiness. So by this way, we'll be able to resolve our concern naturally. So this is what we have seen in this session. And for your home assignment, as Didi was mentioning out, you can take list of concern at your individual level, a few concerns, and for each of the concern, find out what is the source behind it. And then find out what you need to resolve it. So if you can keep on exploring for the possible resolution that you can have for each concern. So with this, already we have taken 5 minutes of yours. So if you have any key takeaways from the session, you are welcome to do so. Or else I'll be requesting the Pesh Bhaiya to go on with the quiz session. Over to you, Bhaiya.
Ji, thank you both Deepa Didi and Sri Darshini Didi.